Hello, everyone. I hope all are enjoying our sessions as we started our sessions with taking you with AI security, and then we went with the Web3 security, and we talked about how cybersecurity or the frauds are in financial industry. Now we are slowly moving to the cloud security. Our next speaker, Dr. KVN Rajesh, who is highly qualified and certified Microsoft trainer, who currently serves as a subject matter expert at CloudDat, and he's truly passionate about technology and continuously keeps up with the latest trends in the industry, as evidenced by his demonstrated skill set in Microsoft 365 security, Azure AI, and deep learning, with over 18 years of experience in training. And he has been recognized with numerous awards, one of which included winning the Microsoft Blogathon in 2022. And also, he has imparted his knowledge and skills over 10,000 participants in his career. Rajesh will delve into cloud security and data privacy, shedding light on new approaches that promise to revolutionize. Sorry, it will promises to see the way we think about the cloud security. We are happy to have you with us, Rajesh, today.
Yeah. Shall I continue, Pooja?
Yes, you can share your screen and start your session.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for your introduction. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, good evening, all, and thank you so much, ClipCon 2023 Virtual Security Conference organizers, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to deliver a session on cloud security. So, yeah, today's agenda is cloud security and data privacy. So I want to speak about this agenda. So as Pooja has introduced me, so I have a slide about myself. So she has told everything about me. So only few things I want to add about myself. So basically, I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and I have my experience on these areas like Azure security, identity and access management, information protection, Microsoft 365 admin center, Defender Suite, Microsoft Cloud App Security, and other security operations. So I have a lot of passion in doing certifications. So basically, I'm into Microsoft Azure. I'm working as a subject matter expert at CloudThat, and I am belonging to cloud security team. So where I deliver trainings related to Microsoft Azure security, and you can see I have completed all the security related certifications whichever is there in the Microsoft Azure domain. Not only that, I am very much interested in artificial intelligence area because my PhD is in the area of artificial intelligence. So whatever the certifications are provided by Microsoft in the area of AI, also I have completed them. Not only that, I have completed all the fundamental level Microsoft Azure certifications. So apart from Microsoft Azure certifications, I have done my Oracle Cloud certification and as well as Alibaba Cloud certification, which I have not kept here because I want to be very specific about Microsoft Azure because I deliver trainings related to this area. So this is about me in short. So I directly want to enter into the topic. See, first of all, I want to speak about the current scenario. See, I have kept a screenshot and a title in the slide, and I kept the title as Identity Management in Cloud. So why I have kept the title called to be Identity Management in Cloud? Because I'm speaking about cloud security. So first of all, I want to speak how to manage the identity in cloud. So that is very, very important and fundamental aspect. See, nowadays the people are working from home. So we are in the remote job environment. Now also I'm delivering the session from my house. So after this pandemic, people started doing everything from home only, and managing the identity of user is a very complex thing. As we know, the attackers are 24 by 7 vigilant, and they want to attack. That too, if we are taking the service from cloud via the internet, managing the user identity has become very crucial in the current scenario. See, I want to be very specific. I want to be very practical in my 1 hour talk. So that is the reason why I'm not going into much theoretical aspects. I want to be more practical. So I will try to take you to the portal and explain you most of the things there itself. See, first thing I want to tell you is, see, I have told the scenario. The current scenario is remote work. People are working from home, and managing their identity is very, very crucial task. Because if you see, for every user, there will be username and password. If you join any organization, if you enroll any service, first thing they do is they assign one username with you, and they assign password with that username. So managing this username and password is very, very crucial, because people are not going to the office, and now there is no facial recognition kind of check, there is no biometric check. See, I'm telling about majority thing. See, majority now people are working from home. That is remote work. So in this scenario, what should be checked? That is what is fundamental aspect. And identity is the only thing which is checked. That is username and password. And managing identity in cloud is the crucial aspect. So here I have kept a screenshot. See, I deliver Microsoft trainings. If I deliver AWS trainings, I would have kept a screenshot of AWS. If I deliver Google Cloud training, I would have kept a Google screenshot. But as of now, I'm delivering Microsoft Azure training, so I kept a screenshot of Microsoft Azure. So that is the only reason. See, cloud means we have so many service providers. So I am taking one example here. That is Microsoft Azure, right? So how to manage the identity in cloud? That is what is the fundamental aspect of cloud security. So I just want to take you to the portal and show you practically. So is my screen visible for Pooja? Just to confirm.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. See, this is the actual cloud where we work, Microsoft Azure, right? And one of the service we use is Azure Active Directory, right? See, now they have named it as Microsoft Entra ID. That is a separate point to discuss. As of now, I'm telling it as Azure AD because, yeah, just give me a second. Yeah. So recently they renamed it to Microsoft Entra ID. Previously it was called to be Azure AD, Azure Active Directory. So this is the location where we manage the users. And there is one important thing I want to tell you, because I'm telling managing users, that is the identity, and that is username and password. There is the International Password Day, right? So we celebrate International Password Day in the month of May. That is first Thursday of May. So why they have kept International Password Day? To mainly make people know the significance of password. See, we generally go for giving weak passwords. For example, my name is Rajesh. I put the password as Rajesh. Then attacker will definitely attack, and that will lead to overall resources that are there in the cloud associated with me, they will also be attacked. So try to put as much possible complex password associated with username. That is what fundamental thing I want to tell you. And if you see, there is user section. So this is my trial tenant. This is my trial organization, right? And I want to show you how a new user is enrolled, right? So this is the important thing I want to tell you. See, I'm just giving my name. So Dr. Raj, right? So display name, let us say Rajesh dot a dot v dot n. Okay. So you please see here there is a password option, and if you observe, there is an auto-generated password option, and you can just disable it, and you can give your own password also. Better to give your own password. And please see there is account enabled option also. So whenever the employee leaves the organization, you have to disable the account. The reason is no way the employee or the user, whoever is terminating his or her account, should not be able to access the portal, should not be able to access the services. That is what is the agenda. See, as of now, I am enabling the account because I want to create a new user. And you please see there is properties option. First name, last name, user type, authentication information, all these details are to be filled. See, as of now, I'm leaving them. I don't want to spend unnecessarily time on these things. They are all manual things. One thing I want to tell you, usage location is very important. See, because if I'm working from India, obviously Indian time, working time will apply to me. If I'm working from US, so US working times will apply. So obviously, this is a mandatory field, right? It will decide the working hours of employee. See, these are all also very important. As of now, I don't want to fill them, but I want to tell most importantly, it is very crucial to fill usage location. Apart from that, assignments, you see here in these assignments, to which administrative unit that user belongs to which group that user belongs to which role the user belongs to. See, if you want to maintain cloud security, right? So obviously you have to manage the user in a perfect manner. You have to assign the user to a administrative unit. That means administrative unit in the sense I will simply explain you. If you go to engineering college, there will be computer science administrative unit. There is electronics administrative unit, electrical administrative unit. So all the students who belong to that branch, they will be going to their concerned administrative unit and ask the details about their results, their attendance, and everything. Similarly, in organizations also we have administrative units, HR administrative unit, retail administrative unit, right? Marketing administrative unit. So in this way, we have several administrative units to mainly decentralize the tasks in the organization. So you can maintain administrative units, right? You can maintain groups also. See, I belong to security group. So in my organization, there is artificial intelligence group and there is data group, right? So people belonging to data group, they deliver trainings on data. So in this way, there are different groups and they all do the same relevant task. And there is role section. See, this is very important. I want to speak on this because see, if you want to maintain security in the organization, especially cloud security, you have to assign roles. See, Microsoft, see, since I am speaking about Microsoft Cloud, there are so many built in roles. Please observe security reader, Teams administrator, right? Insights analyst, directory readers, I'm just reading out a few. Application administrator, and Microsoft has made it very easy to read the role of the particular person. In the sense, see, if you have some role, you cannot by heart all these things. It will be very tough for you to by heart. See, by heart is a wrong word, but just I'm telling you, or remember. But if you go to the site, there will be a description sentence here which will tell you what this role is going to do. So you will be very comfortable in assigning the role. Say, for example, I want to assign this particular person, right, a role called to be global reader, right? In the sense they can read everything, right? That a global administrator can, but not update anything. Reader means, see, newspaper comes to house. We can read the newspaper, but we cannot update anything. Same as that, right? So I'm just selecting it. Just for the purpose of demonstration, I'm doing it. Rest of the things I'm not filling them. There are so many groups, I will show them, right? So now I am reviewing and creating, and you please see the user got created, right? So as of now in my trial tenant, there are 79 users. Just I will refresh it. Rajesh Kavian should appear. Just now I created. So this is a trial tenant, and these users are all created on trial basis. So I get it from the tenant. Okay. So please see here. I'm just going to, yes, this is what I created just now, Rajesh Kavian, right? So if you see, I go to the username, I will get all the details, right? So I will get the user principal name, the assigned role. If you see, there is one role assigned to this particular user, that is global reader. So this user can perform only read operations and cannot do any update operations. So in this way, you can maintain security at the user level. You cannot assign permissions just like that. Okay. There is a zero trust concept in cloud security, which tells that never believe anyone when it comes to security. Okay. Trust no one, verify everything is the agenda behind it. Right. So if this person is a reader category person, so please assign reader category only. Don't go for any higher roles. That is what is my concern. You want to maintain security, you have to do this. Otherwise, if you give higher level permission to a lower category employee in terms of permission, then obviously there is always a chance of violation. Right. So please do understand this. Right. So this flexibility is there. Not only in this Azure cloud, everywhere you get this. In any cloud service, you get this. I am just demonstrating one cloud service, as it is not possible for me to demonstrate all the clouds in this given time. I am taking one cloud as one the reference. Okay. Now, this is the thing I did. Okay. So here, if I go further, I will show you much more things. Right. I will go to enter ID. Right. And then if I go to add, yes, yeah, roles and administrators. Just now I explained you about the built-in roles. See, roles are the way to restrict the user in terms of performing operations. You please see there are certain privileged roles defined by Microsoft. So what is a privileged role? That means these are very exclusive roles. Just like that, you cannot assign to anybody, right? So they have some higher level of permissions. So we have to be very careful when we are assigning the privileged roles. And there is one supreme role called to be global administrator. Please see. So I am the global admin for my portal, and I can do anything. In the sense, I can manage all the aspects of Azure AD and Microsoft services that use Azure AD identities. So I am the supreme. Please do remember this. And if you click here and go to the concerned role and check the description, right, you can see all the role permissions. You please see whatever the role permissions that are there with the global admin, so many permissions are there. So I think you understand what is permission is. Permission is all relevant to security only. See, I'm giving permission means you can access, do anything. Please see, I'm scrolling so many things. As I told, global admin is the supreme role. These many permissions are given for a global admin. So I can restrict my user, my employee, my customer based on this role assignments. Not only this, you may get a doubt how to create a custom role. See, Microsoft has defined certain built-in roles, but how to define some custom role? See, there is an option to define custom role also. See, I am working as a subject matter expert in my organization. There is no role kind of subject matter expert as defined by Microsoft. So this comes under custom role. So what the subject matter expert will do? Basically, subject matter expert is role is to train. So I'm giving the description training. Okay. So you have to be very careful in giving the, I'm giving training. So I'm giving the description as well. And there is an option. You can start from scratch or you can clone from a custom role. See, cloning, you know, right? You want to do cloning, you can do. Otherwise, you can start from scratch. That means from basic thing, you can assign permissions. So I'm going to the next. And you please see. Now, I myself will define the permissions. See, as I told, I'm a trainer. Mostly, I will be given the read permissions only. See, I am not going to update anything in the organization. Right. So, I generally access a link given to me, meeting link, join the meeting link, deliver my training, and do the task. That is the primary concern of mine. So for that reason only, I'm assigning all the read roles, right? So I'm just creating this role. So in this way, you can create custom roles also and restrict the permissions of a concerned person and maintain your cloud security, right? So these are the ways, techniques to, some of the important ways to maintain cloud security, right? And if I go further, I want to show you most important thing, that is Azure AD identity protection. In this given time, whatever best I can do, I will try to do so that you will get good exposure towards cloud security, right? So this is a very vast topic, right? So Azure AD identity protection. Just a minute. See, this is the place where you can search for anything. So identity protection. Yeah. So this is one of the wonderful service. See, nowadays in 2024, in 2023, we are going to come to 2024 within 3-4 months. So anyhow, presently we are in 2023, and in 2023, one of the most commonly heard term is artificial intelligence. So people are running behind artificial intelligence, and to maintain cloud security, we use the AI features and machine learning features. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is to make the machine think like a human, and machine learning is nothing but learning from the data. So here we are using these two techniques and try to analyze the behavior of the user. This is one of the important thing. See, I'm a employee of the organization. I regularly join at 9 o'clock. So leave about employee. So today there was a conference and my session was at 8 o'clock. Since I'm a genuine person, I logged in at 7:55 p.m. and I interacted with the team members and I tried to make arrangements, and I'm now delivering the session, and I will leave the session at 9 o'clock. See, if some attacker grabs my account and try to do some malicious activities, so that attacker may join at different times, maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, even though the session is at 8 o'clock. Right? Okay, there are some restrictions for the person to join and all that is there, but attackers, they will try to find some loopholes and they will do some malicious activities. And not only that, every time they change the location. So morning they will try to join from Delhi, afternoon they will try to join from maybe US, which is practically impossible. They will change the devices also. Morning they will join with the Windows based device, afternoon they will join with Linux based device. So why I'm telling all these real-time examples is that attackers' behavior is not genuine. It is ingenuine. And this particular tool will use behavioral analytics concept and try to track the person based on the behavior. For that, it will use the artificial intelligence and the machine learning in the backend. Right? Here, if you see, there is user risk policy. So I'm before going to user risk policy, I just want to show you the overview page of my trial tenant. Here you please see, I'm able to see the risky users. See, whoever is a risky user, see, this is my trial tenant. In my trial tenant only there are 70 users, and I am the attacker and I am the protector also in this environment. Because see, I am the whole and soul for this trial tenant. I hope you are understanding my point. If I'm getting this statistics in my trial environment, you please assume in the real-time environment where 1 lakh employees are there, 5 lakh employees are there, how much of data you are going to generate. See, as of now, I'm getting this person, one or two people as risky users. And I can specify the range also. See, I can specify 90 days, up to 90 days, and check what is the statistics. See, if I click here, I will come to know who is the risky user is. See, almost I will be there as the risky user, because whenever I am giving my demonstrations, I only create some attacks from my side to show the demonstration at different intervals of time. If it is a real-time environment where you have a real-time access to the portal, if you see, so many people will be visible in terms of risky users. So this is very important tool, I can say, service, which will give you all the statistics. Who are the high risk users? Who are the medium risk users? What is your identity secure score? So as of now, for my trial tenant, my identity secure score is only 23.98%, which is very low. You please see. Ideally, it should be above 95%. There is a lot of scope to improve. See, secure score will show how the posture of your organization is in terms of identity. As of now, I'm speaking cloud security in terms of identity. First of all, I showed you how to create a user, how to maintain the identity, how to maintain the role. Now I'm speaking about how to preserve the identity secure score. As of now, for my trial tenant, which is Contoso, the secure score is very low, which is 23.98%. 98%. So what I have to do, I have to follow certain improvement actions. Please see. In this tool, it will not only give you secure score, it will give you the way to increase your score. And one of the important thing, highest gaining factor is ensure MFA is enabled for all users. It is giving you 16.39% growth rate in your identity secure score. So as of now, it is 23%. If you do this activity, you are going to get 23 plus 16.39%, that is 39% secure score. So what is multi-factor authentication? We often do that in our day-to-day lives. Once we log into the portal by username password, there will be a double check performed on us. A OTP will be sent to my mobile phone where I will verify myself, right? And then I will be allowed to access the resources of the cloud. So if you ensure that all the employees of your organization are having MFA, then your security will be very good. Please observe. So how to ensure MFA? See, the step is very simple. I will show you immediately. Right. If you go to Microsoft Enter ID, you go to users and you go to you go to the per user MFA, right? So if you go to per user MFA, see, I'm trying to tell you how to enable MFA for the users in the simplest manner. Multi-factor authentication. If you enable MFA, how much growth rate you are going to get? 16%. So here you please see, I will be able to see all the employees of my organization, and most of them are having MFA as disabled. So if I go to the concerned employee name and as a admin, if I enable, you please see, the step is very simple. And I close it. Then immediately that person is enabled with MFA. You may get a doubt: will the admin sit for nights, entire night, every day, and doing this task manually for individual employee? This will take a lot of time, because see, there are organizations which have 5 lakh employees, and enabling individually MFA for individual employees will take a lot of time. So for that only there is one option: bulk update. You go to download a sample file, right? And you open the file, you will get an Excel file opened where you can give the username and MFA status, right? So just give the username, that is the principal name. I have shown you how to get the username, right? And you give the MFA status, either enabled or disabled, right? Generally, the best practice is to give all the MFA status as enabled only, right? By that task, you will get 16% growth rate in your identity secure score. So once you are done with the task, you have the bulk update option. You browse for the file and you just go to the download section wherever you have downloaded it. You upload it. That's it. Right. Whatever you do, see, I'm just selecting it and I'm opening it. Right. Whatever I do as a modification here in this file will be updated here. Okay. So this is the simplest way you can enable MFA for all of your employees. And this is one of the way to maintain the cloud security. Right. So this is what I wanted to convey. And if you go to identity protection, here in the overview page, not only your identity secure score, you also come to know about risky sign-ins detected. So what is a risky sign-in? Right. See, risky sign-in means somebody is signing in from some unknown IP address, some unknown location, then that is treated as risky sign-in. Right. So if there are risky sign-ins, then obviously the organization will have some issues in terms of security. So it is taking time to load. We have to be very patient enough in the portal, right? Okay. So this is the place where we are going to get the risky sign-ins, right? So people who are doing some kind of malicious activity in terms of logging in from malicious IP addresses, locations, they will be caught here. So as I told, this is using artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, the main reason to discuss this identity protection is, as on date in 2023, cybersecurity along with artificial intelligence is ruling the world. So I want to give you the most latest and in-demand topic in this conference, right? Now you please see, you can write user risk policy also. Okay, so you can select users, right? Maybe Abhi. Okay, you can select the user. You can configure the user risk, whether the user is high in risk, medium in risk, and low in risk. So you may get a doubt how I can say the user is high in risk, medium in risk, low in risk based on their activities, right? So if they are doing certain activities which are very low in risk, right? So for that, we have to refer certain documents, we have to do analysis, we have to pay attention on the way the user behaves, and then we can come to a conclusion how to categorize the user as high risky, medium risky, and low risky. As of now, I want to tell you, high risky users are a matter of concern. Immediately, we have to attend them. Low risky users are the one which we can take time to attend them. Medium is average risky users, right? Say, for example, I'm configuring the user as high, and then you can either block the access or you can allow the access. In case of user risk policy, if you want to allow the access, you make the user to change the password. Okay, so you make the user to change the password. Otherwise, you block the access. If you believe that this person is not reliable, you block the access. Either of the two. If you allow the access, you make the person to change the password. Similarly, there is sign-in risk policy where you can configure the sign-in risk policy on the users, and you can just same in the case of user risk policy, you can categorize the person as high, medium, low. Let us say I categorize this person as, okay, for example, medium, and I have user selected as, say, for example, user 12507. Say, for example, these are all like example purpose only. See, you can configure it for all users also. You can exclude the people also. Same as the case with the user risk policy. Okay. So just give me a second. Yeah. So now you go for one group included. You can include groups as well as users also. And you can block the access as well as allow the access. Just give me a second. I need to plug in. Give me a second. I'm sorry. So I had a battery issue. Yeah. See, here, if you see, in the sense, you can mainly block the access or you can allow the access. But in case you allow the access, you go for require MFA, multi-factor authentication. So if you observe user risk policy, if you go for Allowing the access, you need to require the password change. So that is the only difference. So when you go for user risk policy, you go for require password change. If you go for sign in risk policy, you go for require MFA. And not only that, you can configure multi-factor authentication registration policy directly here. Right? So you can configure the multi-factor authentication registration policy directly here. See, I have shown you one option where I'm trying to bulk update the multi-factor authentication. Whereas in the identity protection, you can directly put the number of users. For example, you want to put the MFA for all the users, you can do that. This is the simplest way. And you can save it. So you can enable MFA for all the users here. This is the simplest technique. So in your identity protection, in the overview page, you can identify the risky users, risky sign-ins. You can identify the risky score, right? User identity score. You will get the recommendations how to improve them. And not only that, you can configure user risk policy, sign-in risk policy, and also you can configure your multi-factor authentication registration policy. One thing I want to tell you, so I will try to create one kind of attack here now in front of you. So I am going to access the Azure portal from a Tor browser. I hope you all know what is a Tor browser is. So Tor browser means it's kind of browser used by the attackers mostly to keep their identity anonymous. So generally we don't use Tor browser for accessing the resources. So now to create an attack, what I'm trying to do is just going for Tor browser. So as I told, I am the attacker and I am the protector. Okay, so yeah, this is the Tor browser. Just in front of you only, I will create one attack. There is a connect option. Got it. Okay, now I'm accessing portal.azure.com. Sorry, gave it wrong. Portal.azure.com. Yeah, connect. So this Tor browser environment is different environment. First of all, we have to connect it to it. So I will be showing you one attack and how I will be caught in this security tool. Right. So please see, I am entering my username. See, I opened the Tor browser. I'm entering my username and I'm giving the password. Nothing I'm doing. I'm just trying to access my portal as a global admin. Okay. So just I will log out. So this is what I'm doing. This kind of anonymous login. Because I told browsers, Tor browsers are used by attackers. Genuine people, they don't use Tor browser. They use either Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, incognito mode, because their intentions are clear. But if I want to be anonymous, I want to be hidden, then I will be using Tor browser. So for this reason only, I installed the Tor browser to show you the demonstration. Otherwise, I also don't use Tor browser. Okay, anyhow, it is loading. This is sufficient to show you the attack. Okay, now I will go to the portal. Now you please see, there is risky users section. Here, in real time, I will be caught. It will take time. So today's date is 29. Let me refresh it. Risky detections. It will take time. Refresh. Risky sign-ins. This is the place where people of this nature will be plotted. It will take time. User at risk detected alerts. Just a minute. Sometimes it will take time. We have to be very patient. I have to refresh the overall portal. So did the portal load? Recent. Okay. So what I wanted to tell you here is, even though if I am not able to show you now, because it will take generally time, if you observe, all these people are risky because they try to access they try to access the portal from a browser like Tor browser. Okay, generally it will take time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes it will be projected immediately. So this is one way we can catch hold of the people in the organization who are the risky users, what are the risky sign-ins, right? So we have to wait a bit, but we can catch hold of the people. So this is one of the important point I wanted to explain regarding identity protection. And if I go to home page, so in the last 10 minutes, I want to explain you. See, as my topic is all about data privacy also. So I want to tell you. So regarding the data privacy, here if I go to the center, admin.microsoft.com. See, I'm spending time in portal. The reason is I can show you something real. Right. So
Rajesh,
if I go
actually,
to
the attack. Can you? My voice is audible?
yeah, please. Yeah, your voice is
Yeah,
audible.
actually, we have a few questions. So we just wanted to, actually, I wanted to ask
Yeah.
few questions as audience have mentioned. Yeah, and you have also shown some of the attacks. So can I ask few questions here, which is asked in the audience?
Yeah, please ask.
So one question, the first one is asked by Ashwak, and he's asking if Azure is free.
Yeah, is
Azure is free.
yeah, that's a wonderful question. See, free in the sense for 30 days it
Like,
is free. Yeah,
okay,
so for 30 days they are going to free service, and later on we have to pay for it.
okay. And
Yeah.
the next question is, do you think using a role-based access system is an efficient method to protect the data?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. Yeah, obviously, role based access RBAC is the most uh, easiest way and the best possible way to protect the data. The reason is if I am given a proper role, reader role, in the sense I'm the subject matter expert and I don't have any access to crucial resources of the organization as I'm not into the consultancy, project development and all. So if I am given the reader access role, I cannot do any updations. But if I am unnecessarily given roles like update or else modify, right role, then obviously my intentions may change and I may try to do some malicious activities within the organization. So obviously role based access control is one of the best way to control the access of data. Yeah, that was a wonderful question. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last question is, which threat modeling technique is used while working in cloud? Is it a standard practice or these techniques differ from company to company?
Yeah. So when it comes to models being used in the cloud, so this is also a wonderful question. Actually, we have a course called to be SE100, and I am authoring a textbook on that also, cybersecurity architect, where we come across various best practices models. We use Microsoft Cloud reference architecture models to mainly implement the best practices within the cloud to safeguard us. Right? There are almost more than 100 MCRA architecture diagrams which we take as a reference to maintain the security for data, to maintain the security for network, to maintain the security for applications, for all the important categories of the cloud. Yeah, so we use MCRA as one of the reference model. Not only that, there are so many other frameworks which we use in our cloud to safeguard that organizational data, identity, network, applications, whatnot, everything. Yeah, that was a wonderful
Okay.
question.
Okay. Actually, we are very happy like to see the attack which we have showed. I mean, the last 10 minutes we keep it for the question and answer so that if audience anyone asks any kind of questions which is concerned about the cloud security and data privacy. So thank you so much for the session. I mean, the attack which you showed, it was very insightful. And I hope if the audience have any more questions, they can directly reach out to you as we have mentioned you in all our social media platform. Thank you so much. It was a really good session. Thank you, Rajesh.
Yeah, most welcome. Yeah, please do share my LinkedIn profile ID with
Yes,
all
yes,
the people. They can connect to me anytime and I will be most happy to clear their doubts. Yeah.
sure.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving me this
Thank you, everyone.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
most welcome. Thank you.